Hello friends, welcome to this new video. Many times in our life we find ourselves in a difficult time. Many times we have to take big decisions, but we do not know whether it is right or wrong. Will the result of that decision bring happiness or trouble in our life? But many times we do not have the suggestions to take the right decision, and we decide in haste. And because of those decisions, our life can be happy or our life can be worse than hell. Therefore, the ability to take the right decision is necessary to achieve success in our life. So let us know through this Buddha story of today how to take the right decisions in life, and also what is the way to take the right decision. So let's start the story without any delay. Friends, many years ago, a Buddhist monk was living in a small state, who was very famous for his knowledge everywhere. That Buddhist monk was very knowledgeable. People used to come to him from far and wide so that they could get solutions to their problems from him. No matter what kind of problem anyone brought to him, he would definitely solve it. Whenever he would listen to someone's problem, he would listen to it very carefully, understand it, get absorbed in it, and after that he would close his eyes for some time and think about the problem well, and then give it solution. In such a situation, any person would think only one thing about him, that perhaps this sadhu has some such miraculous powers due to which he asks for the solution, and then tells us that solution. Once a young man even asked that Maharaj, that do you have such miraculous powers due to which you solve our problems, or do you have such divine vision due to which you are able to find the solution to our problems? Hearing this from that young man, that sadhu started laughing loudly, but he did not give any answer to that young man. A few days after that, a very strange incident happened in that kingdom. An old woman used to live in that kingdom who used to live alone in her entire house. She had no one. For friends were going towards their home through that state. They were going towards their village after working in another city and collecting money. This is a story of very old times when there were no means of transportation, so people used to travel on foot. That is why those four friends were going towards their village after collecting their money. All four of them had kept their money in a small bundle, and that bundle contained all their earnings. Then one of those four friends said, "Friends, if we keep our money separately like this, then our money can be stolen. Why don't we keep all our money in a single bundle so that we can all keep an eye on it, and our money will also be safe, and when we reach our village, we will take our share from it there." Those three friends agreed to that young man, and all of them together kept their money in a single bundle, and all of them together proceeded towards their village. A lot of time had passed while walking, and it was about to be night. Then they saw a house on the way where an old woman used to live. It was night time, and those four friends needed a place to stay for the night. In such a situation, all four of them together made a plan that they should stay in this house tonight. So all four of them moved forward towards that house. They knock on the door of that house. Then an old woman opens the door, and one of those four friends says to that old woman with folded hands, "Mataji, we were going towards our village, but it became night on the way, and now we cannot travel so late. That is why we request you that we want to stay at your place for one night. We will leave from here as soon as it is morning." The old woman thought for a long time and then said, "Okay, you all can stay here for tonight. I have no problem. I am going to cook food. If you want, I can cook for you too." All four of them agreed and said, "Yes, of course." After that, all four friends handed over the bundle of money to the old woman and said, "Mother, this bundle contains our earnings of the whole year. We four have kept all our earned money till now in this bundle, and now we are handing it over to you because it will be safer with you than with the four of us. We just want that if any one of us four comes to take it from someone, then you should not give this bundle to him unless all four of us come together to take it." Then the old woman says, "Okay son, if all four of you come together, then only I will hand over this bundle to you, and anyway you people are going to leave from here in the morning, I will hand over this bundle to you in the morning." After handing over that bundle of money to that old woman, all four friends are relieved that now their money is safe, and they eat food and go to sleep. Next morning, when all four of them wake up, everyone starts preparing for their further journey. One of those four young men was a bit of a rogue. He says to his three friends, "Brothers, this old woman has taken care of us the whole night, fed us good food, gave us a good place to sleep, gave us a good house to hide our heads here for the whole night, and we have not done anything for her till now. That old woman is working alone in the fields. Can't we all help this old woman before leaving from here?" The rogue young man had made a plan in his mind that he would get the bundle from the old woman at any cost. The other three friends got convinced by his words, and all of them together set out to help the old woman, for example to work in the fields. They were all working together when the rogue young man said to his other three friends, "Friends, I am very thirsty. I will ask that old woman for water." The other friends were also very tired now. They were also very thirsty, so the three friends allowed him to go from there. As soon as the rogue reaches the old woman, he says to her, "Mother, now we are leaving from here. Please give us back our bundle of money." On this the old woman says, "No, I cannot give that bundle to anyone until all four of you are together. You yourself had said that this bundle should not be given to anyone until all four of us are together." Then the scoundrel points towards those three and says, "Give it to them. Those three thought that our friend wants to bring water for us. That is why he is asking for our permission." Then those three friends gestured to that young man, "Yes, yes, okay, bring it." Seeing this, the old woman started thinking that now these four are leaving from here and she is asking for her bundle. So the old woman brought that bundle and put it in the hands of that scoundrel, and that scoundrel went from there with that bundle. The remaining three friends get busy in their farm work. After some time, when those three return after working in the farm and say to the old woman, "Mataji, where did our friend who came here to drink water go?" On this the old woman says, "Did he come to drink water? But he was saying that we four are leaving. Please give us our bundle of money." Then the three are very surprised and say to the old woman, "Mataji, when did we say that we asked for the bundle? We were thirsty and we gestured for water." Then the old woman says to the three, "But now he has taken the bundle and gone." Then all the three friends start crying, holding their heads, and say, "Mother, it contained all our hard-earned money, which he has run away with alone. We had told you not to give that bundle to anyone until all four of us come together. Then why did you do this? It is your fault. We had kept you for the safety of that bundle, and you gave it to a man who robbed us of all our wealth. We will not tolerate this. We will go to the king and complain about you to the king, demand justice. Now only the king will decide this matter." The three young men reach the royal court in anger and tell all their problems to the king. When the king listens to the three young men carefully, he immediately orders the old woman to appear in the royal court. On the king's order, the king's soldiers immediately present the old woman in the royal court, and the king declares the old woman guilty in front of the court and says that you should not have given that bundle to that single person, when they had told you that you should not have given that money to anyone until all four of them come together to take that bundle. It is your mistake, and now you will have to pay compensation for this. You will have to return their money. Hearing this order of the king, the old woman starts crying bitterly and pleads for help from the king and says, "O king, I am an old woman and I do not have so much money, nor is there anyone in my house who earns money. I do not have so much money that I can return their money. I am alone and helpless. Please have mercy on me." But the king does not listen to the old woman. The old woman was going towards her house crying and thinking that from where will I get so much money? How will I return their money to them? I do not have so much money. What should I do? How will I do it? From where will I get so much money? If I do not return their money, then the king will kill me. Anyway, it is my fault. When those four together told me that till the four of us come together, the bundle should not be given to anyone, even then I gave that bundle to only that one person. It is my fault. She was going towards her house crying and thinking all these things. Then on the way, that old woman met the same saint who solves any problem in that city very easily and effortlessly. He said to that old woman, "What is the matter, daughter? Why are you crying?" On this the old woman tells the saint everything truthfully and says, "O Maharaj, it is my fault. Those four had already said that I will not give that bundle to anyone until all four of them come together. But I lost my courage and I gave that bundle to only one person, and he ran away from there with all their money. But now I am unable to understand from where should I get all that money. How should I gather it? I do not have that much money, and the king has also ordered that I will have to return their money, but I am unable to understand from where will I get so much money." Then the saint says to the old woman, "Calm down, I will definitely find some way." Saying this, the saint sits there and starts meditating. He closes his eyes for a while and thinks. He solves the problem by remaining silent, and after that he says to the old woman, "Daughter, what the king has done is absolutely wrong. Whatever you have done is not your fault. The king's decision is wrong." After the saint said this much, the old woman became silent and started thinking that how can the king's decision be wrong? The king does justice to everyone, and he never does harm to anyone. Then how did the king's decision go wrong today? All the people standing around were listening to the saint and the old woman, and they were also very surprised. Because how can the king's decision be wrong? The king has taken the right decision. This old woman has made a mistake. She gave the money of those four to only one. In such a situation, this old woman should return her money. Where has the king taken a wrong decision? Then the saint said to the old woman, "Go and tell the king in the court that, O king, your decision is wrong, and I will decide what is right and what is wrong." At first, The old woman was not able to gather enough courage to go to the court and tell the king in front of the court that, "King, your decision is wrong." But somehow she gathered courage and returned to the court. She said to the king in a trembling voice in the court filled with fear, "O king, the decision you have taken is wrong." Having said this, she told the king the whole truth. The king became very angry after listening to the old woman. The king said to the old woman, "Who is that saint who has told my decision to be wrong? Doesn't he think that I have taken the right decision? I take many decisions every day. I make many decisions. But till date no one has ever told me that my decision is wrong. If that saint does not tell me the right decision, then I will sentence him to death." This news spread throughout the city. Everyone was surprised to know what decision the saint was going to give, which would be fairer than the king and would provide justice to everyone. The king immediately ordered his soldiers to go and bring the saint to the royal court. As per the king's order, the soldiers immediately set out to take the saint. They reached the royal court with the saint after some time. Everyone was present in the royal court and everyone was waiting for the saint's decision. On seeing the saint, the king said, "Maharaj, why do you think that the decision we have taken is wrong?" This old woman had promised that she would hand over the bundle to all the 4 people at once. Then why did she break her promise? Why did she make the mistake of giving the bundle to only one person and he ran away from here with all their money? So isn't it her fault? Shouldn't she return their money? On this the sadhu very politely says to the king, "O Rajan, this was your decision, but I want to tell you something." On this the king says, "Okay, tell me what you want to say." On this the sadhu very politely says to the king, "O Rajan, as it was promised that the bundle will be given to all 4 of them together. So right now there are only 3 of them. Where is the 4th one? So tell them to go back from here and bring their 4th friend here. Only then their money will be returned." And the promise was also made that till the 4 people are not together, their money will not be returned to them. And if this old woman returns the money to these 3, then this old woman will break her promise, and this is not right. So if you want their money to be returned, then first tell them to go and bring their 4th friend back here. Everyone in that royal court was very happy to hear this. Everyone praised that saint a lot. The king also completely agreed with the decision of the saint. The king immediately bowed his head in front of the saint and with folded hands said to him, "O Maharaj, how can your decision be so correct? Why did the last thought not come to my mind? Why did I not think about it this way?" Then the saint said to the king, "O Rajan, you have other work too. You are busy the whole day and you have to take decisions in a hurry. You heard and understood this matter, but you made a mistake in looking at it. You only saw it superficially. You did not try to go into its depth. If you had seen and understood the depth of this matter, you would have also come to the same conclusion. Unless we go to the depth of a matter, we cannot find the right solution. But most of us want to take our decisions in a hurry, no matter how serious the matter is. We just want our rights, our name should be there, even if the decision may be harmful for us in the future. But we do not even think about going to the depth of that matter." Then the king says to the saint, "O Maharaj, do you have any divine powers? Do you have any miraculous power to which you ask questions and in return it answers you, so that you are able to tell the exact and right solution?" Hearing this from the king, the saint started smiling and said to the king, "O king, this question has been asked to me by many people, and I have never answered anyone. But you are the king of this kingdom, so I answer this question of yours. Many of you feel that I have some powers through which I can talk and find a solution to any problem. But I tell you the truth, I do not have any such powers. I only think deeply about every matter, ponder over it. And when I think, many solutions come to me. And the solutions that come to me, I also think over them and go into their depth. When I feel that this should be the solution to this problem, only then I give the solution. Now you think, by taking this decision in haste, you would have completely ruined the life of this old lady. Our whole life depends on only one decision. If that decision is right, then our life will become good, and if that decision turns out to be wrong, then our life can become worse than hell. So if you want to take the right and accurate decision, then you have to learn to remain silent. You have to learn to think about it silently because our decisions decide our future. They decide the next stage of our life. Whether those decisions are small or big, they determine our life. So first of all, to take the right decisions, it is necessary to learn to remain silent. It is necessary to think about them. And when you do this, many solutions to the same problem come out in front of you. When you look at them, you will understand what the solution of those decisions should be like, what will be the benefit and loss to you from the solution. You can understand that only by thinking and pondering over that solution, and only then you can also decide whether the solution will be appropriate or not. All this can be possible if we start speaking less. Now become completely silent. It means that you become calm from within. When you start becoming calm from within, your mind starts becoming clear. You can think about anything. When you start becoming calm from within, you also speak less from outside. Gradually, when you get used to speaking less, you are able to think and understand clearly. Your thoughts become pure, which makes you see clearly which decision will be right and which will be wrong. What you should do and what you should not do in that situation. But most of us speak too much to prove ourselves right. They speak so much that no one takes their words seriously. They feel as if speaking too much is our weapon, but they forget that they are becoming fools by speaking too much. People make fun of us, consider us fools, start staying away from us because they do not like our chatter. When you try to become calm from within and gradually start becoming calm from within, you start understanding yourself very well. You start thinking about yourself well. Then you start understanding very well that how much energy of our body is wasted in the useless chatter we do. We can use it in some important work, in taking decisions, so that we can remain stress-free and we can also sleep well. If you start taking decisions after thinking in this way, then your brain also starts working well. Your brain becomes more powerful than before. I would like to tell you a very good example of this. When you used to study in school or even today you are studying, then you must have seen that the children who are promising, intelligent, they talk very little and spend their time in the right things. They mostly spend their time in silence. This is the reason why they are very fast in studying. Whatever they want to study, they memorize it. On the other hand, those who speak a lot, even if you give them a full 24 hours, they still cannot remember those things like that. The great Chanakya has also said that the person who understands when, where and how much he should speak, no one can stop that person from becoming successful. You can look at history, till date, all the people who are great, who have become successful, have the habit of speaking very little. Their entire focus is only on their goal, and they spend all their time in achieving their goal. That is why you should also adopt this habit in your life. Speaking less does not mean that you speak less from the outside, but you should speak less from within. Stay calm from within. If you practice this daily, then in just a few days you will start seeing the benefits of it in front of you. Friends, what did you learn from today's video? You can tell me in the comment. With this, I hope you liked today's video. So share this video with someone who needs to hear this story. And right after that, subscribe to the channel. So let's meet again in another such new video with a new message. Till then, take care of yourself. Namo Buddha.